Difference between a criminal's mind and a non-criminal's mind. The human brain is the most complicated organ in your body and the most interesting. It makes all of our thoughts, actions, memories, and feelings and experiences of and about the world. It is a jelly-like mass of tissue, and it weighs around 1.4 kilograms and contains about 100 billion nerve cells as well. In the regular human brain, the neurons carry messages through electrochemical processes, which means that the chemicals in our body move in and out of these cells and establish an electrical current in our body. The human brain tells us exactly what to do and how to do it. Without our brain, we wouldn't be able to do anything. Criminals, though, don't have the exact same brain structure as normal brains have. Being a psychopath often leads to becoming a criminal. Psychopaths lack emotion, which is the amygdala part of your brain. The amygdala is a roughly almond-shaped mass of gray matter inside each cerebral hemisphere. Researchers observed deformations in this part of the brain, showing a thinning of the outer layer of that region called the cortex. The cortex is composed of folded gray matter, and it plays an important role in our consciousness. On average, they have an 18% volume reduction in the part of their brain compared to ours, causing them to do exactly what criminals do. Some other facts that could lead to becoming a criminal is, like I said before, parts of the brain are deformed, a tumor could also be to blame for the reason, chemical levels in the brain could be off, their brain doesn't respond correctly to facial expressions, they are very fearless, smoking while pregnant could also lead to children with criminal wantings, and many more reasons as well. Another reason as to why criminals do what they do is because they can adapt to bad ways from their childhood, and if they are growing up with aggressive people and are being taught to do bad things while growing up, they could lead to becoming a criminal. Also, the gene of addiction that runs in the family could cause a family to end up becoming addicted to these bad behaviors after being in the presence of criminal ways for so long. Other parts of normal brains that could vary from their criminal brains are that studies have found that two parts of the brain's frontal lobe are a lot smaller in people who have an antisocial personality disorder. Those people have a tendency to act very violently, resulting in criminal ways and even becoming repeat offenders. The frontal lobe in our brain controls the decisions we make, our emotions, and our behaviors. This also relates to the fact that criminals may have less control and authority over these functions compared to the control normal people have. All in all, regular minds and criminal minds vary in many ways, and their brains may function and work very differently than normal brains do. They have a very different perspective of life compared to normal people, whether they choose to make criminal decisions or if it was in their genes and that is what they feel they have to do. Thank you so much for watching my video on the difference between a criminal's mind and a non-criminal's mind, and I hope you learned a lot more about the differences and how each brain functions and works.